Alright, welcome back, my wonderful tome readers. Another art and Minecraft stream, which is actually helping me quite a lot to actually work on these projects. I stream started a little later than I planned today. Not a huge amount, but I got delayed because I got caught up going with just like minimal changes on this. It's it's true what they say. Once you get started, it's really hard to actually like stop when you're supposed to. Yeah. So, because of how resource intensive doing art in Inkscape can be, I have hidden a bunch of layers just so there's less that has to like keep track of. But we need to fix this. One of the minor changes I did that actually feels like it's done a lot of good. I fixed the neck. Yeah, I had it up so the neck starting to taper out to the shoulders was up like around here, and it should be a little higher than the side model, just because the way the neck is turning, different muscles, but not that high up. So by lengthening it out and also having to draw it out a bit to the sides, have them sloping down more, already makes it feel a lot better. But the main problems we have are up here. So we still have our work cut out for us. Actually, speaking of that, I should turn off the eyebrows, shouldn't I? Where did I put them in the eyes? Ah, that's right. They're in the subfolders, which make this just jump around. So one second. Dun-dun-dun. I should make these subfolders slightly different, shouldn't I? There we go. And this subfolder. Oh. I should go the other direction. Yes, purple. Okay, you can't see those submenus. But yeah, just recolor coding stuff. Let me quickly get those eyebrows hidden, because with the textures that are being used to actually make them, it's probably going to be a little distracting. Or at least suck up precious resources Inkscape needs. But yeah, we need to work on this. Now you may also be noticing here in the foreground is a couple of headless saints. Yeah, I got multiple references to help like figure out where is the head just not feeling good, like proportionally and little details. This is one I have showing because I also want to show off some of the other references I keep in this particular folder for just Lucy in general, both current and later forms. Like, and I know I'm like stalling here, but it's to help entertain when people come in and take their time to see the post, and totally not to keep from actually having to do progress. The coffee's not because I'm lying; it's because I forgot to drink stuff, and a bit because I'm lying. But lying to myself hardly counts. But yeah, there's this Tumblr design for halos and angels and what they actually mean. The design as a character, what it says, and I really like, because it's an interesting interpretation. Rather than like actually having faces and what have you, the halo is more like a portal from which their corporeal form is popping out. And they go like in more depth here, which I can't like full screen, but I'll like read it for the description with these pictures. So, which I should probably like expand that a little bit. There we go. So the basic anatomy of it is number one, the true form, a pocket dimension they can shape at will, and it kind of acts like a glove, as you can see here. They push in through pocket dimension out, where we would actually see it is the body itself. The portal, number two, the halo is a portal to our dimension. They reach through. The body is just a pseudopod made out of the pocket dimension wall that extends into our dimension. It's like right off the start, it's a very interesting design to me, for that reason. Like, of course it's not their real body. Of course it's just how they present themselves to you. But it's also a form of protection for themselves. And actually, I just noticed I should probably move this up a little bit. Bottom's getting cut off. We will shrink this back down a bit, but number two, how an angel's body dangles downward from the halo. It's only ever downward. It can curve upward, reach above where the halo is, but it cannot come up where the halo is the bottom of it. Not allowed. Then an angel's body can be made up of any number of disparate parts. For example, in this picture, that has 3 separate hands popping down. But each part comes directly out of the halo. It cannot be detached or floating. No severed hands, no little lights and what have you. An angel's body cannot have eyes. Some have eye-like patterns, like this yellow diamond here, but they are unconvincing. They look painted on, flat, otherwise obviously false. Eyes on the halo or inside the true form are acceptable. And we'll go back to the previous one for it. So like here, this dog-shaped one's got eyes all around the edge of the halo. The puppet one, they're inside a little cross-shaped halo here. Well, this one you kind of see like a starry night sky, maybe a cloudy sunny day here, kind of matching the 2 halves formed, which are just arms with kind of like feathery wing-like things alongside it. Like even here, hands collapsed, but long, flowy, wing-like feathers for each of those. Even the ones that are kind of acting like feet kind of starts branching out like it's going to go into more feathery appendages. But yeah, it's a really interesting way to interpret angels and their limitations in the mortal realm. And I've kind of like, it hasn't come up in my D&D story yet, but it is how I've kind of interpreted the current modern angels. And the reason that the current version of Lucy you see here is not so bound is because they have fallen from grace. They no longer have that protective pocket dimension like a glove that both protects them, but also limits what they can do. Technically, Head Librarian Lucy could look like anything he wanted to. He could even go back to his true form, minus the more divine power that give it a bit of the intimidation factor. And that design I've actually thought through quite well. The first angels in my lore are, they're... The closest D&D terms would be more like the Thri-kreen. Thri-kreen are an insect-based humanoid race with 4 arms. Though my interpretation also has them with 2 heads and 4 sets of legs. Basing off an older myth of humans, like the first humans are too powerful, gods had to split them in 2, and that's where soulmates came from. Your other half is in another person. And yeah, I liked that. And that story also kind of shaped the lore of angels, which I'm still working on the proper renowned story version of it. It is just very energy draining at work. Yeah, other references I'm pulling, I've got these 2-headed saint ones, both for kind of like serene, soft face to it, despite them being, decapitated. Also, they tend to be what I'm currently working on, the 3/4 view. See the one ear, the side nose, both eyes, mouth, just so. The fact that none of them are heavy set makes it a little trickier for that bit. My color palettes. I can't remember what I have this in here for, but it's in the reference folder, so I'm leaving it. Yes. Oh, it's not doing the GIF. Okay, so if anyone who's seen Raising Dogma, which has, it's an older movie, but very broad terms about a apocalypse-like scenario, and these 2 angels who are being punished on Earth, one of which reveals these wings, and this is before CGI could have done this. This is a practical setup. He's wearing a harness, and these things unfold to their full majesty. And most of these larger ones are obviously false, made of a lighter foam and then just painted to look like feathers. But the way it just unfolds here and how it forces his body to move to support it really helps give the weight of what a humanoid with should proportionally correct wings to a bird would have, and how much they'd have to move for the physical weight of it. And I really like the appearance of it. And it's kind of like if I ever do a proper wing setup with actual movement on this model, I'll heavily be taking inspiration from this GIF with how it kind of like forces the body to move as a how to track my own model's movement with it. And then I just have a couple guides on how to do metal. This is more I'd like to do something with, but I don't have an idea for it yet. Where's the last one? Ah, yes, the stained glass wings, which is probably how I will actually paint the wings, because, you know, the little cathedral look, the aesthetic of church without the actual bindings of the organization. How it can be pretty for the sake of being pretty rather than retelling some biblical story. But yeah, we'll go back to these two, largely because they're facing the correct way for me. Then I'll break it down so it's not a massive distraction for everyone. That should be enough time for everyone who's coming in to come in. Let's just resize this. Okay. Yeah, I have two other facial references, but they're more for like the nitty-gritty realistic details. This is more for the actually getting like the general proportions right for something that looks humanoid and not like a political cartoon for conservative, I assume. Yeah, I really need to bring that brow ridge in. Like, if that was the eyebrow, it'd probably be better, but it's not. Okay, that's all those. We can just bring those off, which will help mark where we're at. Just make sure, yep, face. See if we're going to have to mess with these. Okay, that's already a lot better. And this eyebrow will need to come in to match for a bit, but I think that's good. There we go. Much better. We're also going to slant it a little bit. Why is it not? Oh, right, because there's multiple layers. That's right. And as up close, you can now see the wood grain, giving the illusion of hair here, as well as this kind of feathery outline, which are both effects and patterns that are in sorry, I almost said GIMP, in Inkscape as a base thing. It's a very helpful. Alright, so I'm kind of going more for him for the cheek here. Like, this more round face kind of looks more like a heavyset person, but also a bit more feminine. While I go by they, her pronouns, I don't want Lucy's face to be like that. I want to be unambiguously grandfather coded. So we need a bit of a stronger ridge here. But that actually this should be closer up to here. So I'm seeing this is kind of in line with the nose itself. I should turn this back to a curve. There we go. Shortcuts the smooth here. Let's bring that down a bit. Nope, too much. Okay, that's good. Okay, so from here, there's actually a bit of a raise here. Turn this. Right? Yeah, because he's smiling a little bit. Okay, now we turn this into a corner. thing is hard just because how much jowls I've given him. Just look a bit more like my grandfather. Let's see, I definitely overdid it there. Let's bring this in. This point turned into curves. Help smooth it out. Yeah, getting the mouth right is going to be the hardest part for me. Just because I'm not finding references for a good smile. Like, they're really big, teethy grins, but that's not what I'm looking for the three-quarter view. What I'm looking for is more subdued, subtle smiles. All the art references want to actually show it off. Okay, let's see. This border is part of the face. So we'll have to go in here. Update the stroke. Do the gradient. There we go. That blends a little bit better into the other side of the face here, while still remaining the dark outline to separate from the background. Alright, that's good. Alright, we'll bring those back. Eyebrow. Eyebrow's good like that. Also have turned. Oh, right, the other pupils. Let's double check. No, while I'm at it, I might as well adjust pupils now. I do want a little bit of that showing. Also, correct a bit. There we go. We still got the touch of the white there. Then, looking to the left. Oh yeah, that's far to the left. Oh, wrong layer. Ah, because I left it unlocked. That's why. Nope. Alright, now we'll go to the side here, and we'll see just how they look in comparison to theirs looking. Oh yeah, because I named them based on what my perspective. So this is the left-looking, left pupil, center, right. Yeah, the fact that I had spun them both out away from the center some, at least according to the top, I think really helps sell the leaning bit. I think I should also just a little bit of a turn. Alright, that looks good. Alright, which layer did I put the nose on? Is it separate? It's separate. Good. Because here's what I think I have to do. I think I have to create some extra border here, just so this comes up. Then I'll have to do the same up here. I'm worried. I think I should just split into two. This is. Welcome, Barango. Thank you for the Wilhelm. Get me out of my funk. If you were not here earlier, I have this little beheaded saint, a medieval. Maybe not medieval. I can't remember what era this artwork is from, but a religious artwork which has the same kind of posing I'm looking for to hopefully help me fix the face. Which I already did one of the big things, the frickin' eyebrow that was out. Sorry, the brow line that goes out as far as the eyebrow itself. Got the neck more realistic. I still need to fix the fatty paunch or... God, what is... I used to know the term. I think goiter? For like the extra fleshy bit up front. You're experiencing emotions and body. I'm sorry to hear that. Because I assume these are not happy emotions or comfortable body. God, wouldn't that be a great spell to cast in real life? No, not Adam's apple, because he does have a double chin. But I was thinking more like there's a medical term for it. And I do want him to have it. Because, it's a jolly old grandfather. He's an old monk, having that extra little bit of punch there. I feel is an important part of the character, even if it's mostly going to be covered up. For one, I definitely need to have it continue out here, because it does highly swollen thyroid. Then maybe. I mean, obviously, I'm not a doctor, and I don't have much use for medical terms and knowledge outside of like watching House and knowing what the fuck they're talking about. Caused by iodine deficiencies or cancer. It definitely sounds like a problem a older person might have. And, Lucy's old as fuck. That's almost a defining part of their character. Yeah, I'm thinking I have to do a lot more changes to the nose. Oh, I know it's not age dependent. I just mean like someone who's lived long enough might have picked up some cancer along the way. God, it would help if I remembered how I shaped this. That helped a bit, but not a lot. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Okay, yeah, that's the layer with the outline. This. Where's the line? Nope. Right, make that a corner. Bring it in. Maybe do it like that, so there's a little bit of crook to the nose. Then I'll have to change where that's centered. Let's see, where's gradient there? Move this more over so that stuff's more subtle. Oh. Not sure what I did there, so let's just undo. It's looking better. I think I need to bring that side in too. Unless maybe it's a cancer, so they do not look like it. Oh wait. We have iodized salts because kids go here so large as to keep them from turning their heads. Iodine treats it, unless maybe it's a cancer. They do not look like a bit of extra punch. Giant look like, yeah. I'm familiar with description. I've actually learned about that use of iodized salt thanks to a fun historical fiction novel. Not to get into it, but yeah, it's just more lacking like proper terms to describe it. I just know what I'm looking for. Like the Disney Robin Hood, where they're all anthropomorphic animals. That Friar Tuck is actually. I'm gonna look that up. I want to see if that's actually what I'm thinking of. That would work. Yeah. How he doesn't just have a visibly discernible neck, where it's just kind of like more of his face going down just into the hood. That's how I kind of want it to look. I need to draw actually, well, not draw. I need to have something on the actual model. So when the hood comes over it, actually, do I have it on this layer? Oh yeah, I still haven't adjusted that yet. Yeah, I just need something here for the layering effect to be better when I actually go to it. But today is about fixing the face. I can do the hood easily offline. So yeah, nose. Oh right, I need to adjust this kind of layer. Which actually it's probably be easier just to do this. I just duplicated the layer we adjusted so that I can come to the one where I'm going to have to replace. Let's see what it does have. Okay, it has a stroke and a gradient. Gradient is 13. Stroke is 217. Okay. Nope. Alright. Gradient 13. Stroke 2. 2. Oh. Oh, that's not in order. That's why. Okay, 217, 217. Right. Now I need to go. What is. Let's see, blend mode normal at 17%. Normal at 50. Yeah, that's why. It's looking better. Definitely looking better. Motions are from latching onto a piece of fiction, scrolling with sublet tag correction. Oh yeah, no problem. I didn't read into any particular opinion or emotions. You're good on that, Barango. Just more of me flailing with words, which I'm trying to be better with. But God, it can be hard sometimes. Let's see that. Maybe that also needs to be a little lighter. Yeah. What I'd really like to do is adjust the main thing so it blends into the side here better. Well, fuck. I screwed something up. Not sure how. That actually looks better than what I had just changed it to. So, Try, if I delete it again, it doesn't happen again. Okay. Yeah, just noting the cause, no worries. Say that fiction was, but it is exceedingly frail. Gotcha. Understood. By way of, like, the lack of understanding. I know it's going to be a thing. This needs to be here. This needs to come in with that, and nose tips suddenly got a lot darker. There we go. There. Alright. Nose is better. I think just bring the opacity down to say there. And let's try changing the way this gradient is set up for the fill. how do I... How do I unconnect those two? No, the mystery is the funnest part about this whole Grail stuff that I do not know. But I appreciate the desire to inform rather than let people be ignorant. Okay. I'm to stop and let the computer catch up for a bit. It's more Nectar Grail. Okay, I'm going to want a little bit of clarity for that. Is that a separate concept? Is Nectar a separate concept of Grail in the same thing? Or is it referencing like another community slash fandom thing? Because it's really giving vibes of... Shit, I had two fandoms I was going to say, but different but from the same thing. Okay. Oh, that helps a little bit at least. What if... Did... Change something and rapidly adjust it on me. Oof. Usually Nectar isn't as much of a euphemism, but because the Grail is a euphemism. Got it. That's why it's a bit more confused. What if we just bring down that one? Fuck. Actually, I managed to disconnect the two. It's actually great help. Okay, so first, opacity up. There we go, there we go. Oh, once I got a big cough. Oof, okay. Alrighty. Should be coming from that direction a little bit more. Actual adjustment of that to make this 0. Okay. I think that's actually really good because we have the defined outline here. We need to have more definition there, but that's a different layer. That's this one, I believe. Okay, for the stroke. Change this. Oh, nope, don't do that. What if we move this over here first? There we go. Go. Then this outline is being a bit too visible there. So we can do that and fix it. There we go, much better nose. See, if I were streaming my tea, you'd be more comfortable saying the name of the fiction. I mean, honestly, unless the name itself is especially against COS, you should be fine just putting it in here. Or in the Discord, because because I do have those NSF. Oh, sorry, major yawn in the middle of a sentence. I do have the NSFW channels for talking about more adult things. If you just want to chat about the game itself, as I understand, Max Sting also is familiar with it. Or was that Happy Little Machine who got recognized in stream? We've established my memory shit today. Probably is fine. The name does have certain implications. It's understood. Alright, I'm okay with this thus far. I still need to fix the head here. Mostly we need to get this more seamlessly blend without being a major turn in, and then bring this in. But before that, I'm going to take a moment to stretch, and also, because you weren't here for the beginning, Branko, you didn't get to see the fun new background I worked on for the welcome stream. I'm going to go to that for a little bit. The Grail Source Musically is a game you've streamed. Ooh. Yeah, it's I got a new night sky. And it's slow, but if you pay attention, especially around the Morningstar Archives logo, you can see the stars are moving, and also the background. I worked very hard to make it tileable, so it is scrolling around. You should not notice where the seams are. It was really hard. I had to figure out, one, how to make art, my art palette, not palette, fuck. How to make the image itself tile in GIMP to make sure, just like visually, it was tiling continuing over. I also had to work through settings for, there's an innate, not filter, one of the actions you can do in GIMP to kind of blur the edges to make it tile easier. And what it does is at the top of the image, the bottom, it blurs it with a set number of pixels of the other opposite side. And then it also does the same to the left and right. And I had to do some tweaking to make that work. But yeah, it's not a perfect night sky, but I was trying to get some more like a feathery, space wispy cloud type stuff. It is the same constellations I had in the last one, but I also made copies of the layers with the one of the background blur more and also lighten the area. Kind of give the image of like you're looking with your bare eyes and not just like a telescope. That's the effect I wanted to have. And I think it is very striking with these darker colors versus the lighter pinks and pale blue I have in my logo and the halo. So it's very nice. I think that's enough avoiding the work I need to put into this. So we'll hop back to trying to fix the head. Let's see. So close the nose, lock in place. This chin layer is fine. Let's go ahead and lock that. Just make sure, yes, left. Let's go back down to face layer, which is going to be a twofold process because I do have the face split half and half. The acronym of the lat should probably be fine, sure. Acronym enough for those who know. Do like this, I think. That's looking a lot like the reference I actually have here. God damn it, I accidentally clicked the side. Okay. HDG, there you go. For those of you who know the name. HDG. Which, I don't know why, but my brain filled it in as Hot Dog Grail, which would be wild as a name for a game. Especially one with such euphemisms you have brought with the whole No, Grail code wasn't something he actually said was. That was me thinking. Alright. Let's see. That's the gradient. We don't mess with that. I think we do need another layer here. We delete that one. We do that. Oh, it's not a game? But it might have games? Alright, I'll need you to explain that, just because I know there's some people who don't consider visual novels games. Is it like that, or is it like something else? Also, where the fuck are you coming from? Cranium? Okay, that's cranium. We can just bring these in then. Honestly, not even sure why we need that. We'll, okay, anyway. There we go. That is a much more normal looking head. It's fanfic adjacent collaborative writing setting. Okay. Yeah, I can see that might have in games. If only for the segment of the collaborative writing group. Perhaps doing like prompt typed games. So it's like, alright, here's the prompt, here's my inclusion to it. Someone write the next couple of sentences, then someone does the next, and so on. It's a good way to help spark creativity. Let's see, where is... I need the other side of the head. There it is. Okay, we just need to fix that. Bring it over to... There's a little fuzzy to help the blending process into what is multiple layers over each other that all kind of need some of this top space. There you go. Especially because that fuzziness helps give the appearance that, you know, maybe there's just a little bit of hair. Still some hair. Yeah, go ahead. You can ping me in the appropriate channel. Okay, now I notice that there's also that fuzziness there. Let me just make sure. Yeah, that's part of it. That helps. A little more greenness, like the glow. It's fuzziness there. That's good. Now I just need to adjust the colors on the ear. Don't know why it's so dark, to be honest. Oh yeah, and I do not have discard currently open, so I won't be able to address the ping immediately. Just a heads up that I'm not ignoring it. Where's ear? Where did I put the ear, actually? Ah, there it is. First, let's see. Don't know why I have that layer. It's just called ear 2 for perspective. Don't need that. That's actually most of the problem handled already. So what else is there? It's just not coming from the folds. It's not the shines. So it's that one, which I think is just a gradient. Ah, I did it like that. So I can... There we go. We got some shadow just because the overlap of the face layers here, but we don't want too much actually. This is more helping to counter the shines. There we go. Now, is this shine? No, so that... What layer is this? It can't be cranium. It's not hair. It's not neck. Would it be there? Does it come from eye whites? No. It's not coming from the eye layer either. is below that? Oh, it must be part of cranium. Let me double check. Yep. Okay. Can I adjust it but still keep the head up there? Let's see. Okay, yeah, that still looks fine. Okay, so now we need to get this little bit, which I think the easiest way to do it is make a duplicate of the face layer, cut it down to just here, and then we'll make a... Wait, no, we can't do it like that. But anyway, what I was going to say is we cut off this and we create a mask so this blends better, but that's not going to solve everything. So I think we'll just come in and mess with the nodes on this layer. I should make sure that is a corner. Make sure that is a corner. And that is a corner, so things do not try to do weird things with each other. I'm the artist. I should be the one doing weird things. Okay, we'll... I might have to... Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I will make a duplicate. We're also going to say that area. Okay, combine these two layers. Oh wait. First one needs to be, there's object to path. Then path, we want intersection. Right? Did I do that right? No? Okay, let's test. Make it gray. Perfect. Okay. So we'll keep it blurry. Make this curve like that. What we're going to do is we're going to make a gradient over here. That is just going to be this skin tone into this skin tone. Let's see, which means we don't need this, don't need that. It's just going to be like there. Let's see, let's try. There you go. That covers the entirety of this edge. There. Well, actually, we should also have it extend here, because the cheek there, which means pop, pop, like that. Alright, then drop a save, and now we go into here. So we don't need a stroke, remove that. We just need a gradient fill. Going to be that color. Other one, that color. All right, which means we can adjust this one to there. This one here. Actually, there should be a radial gradient. That's right. No, I think the linear one worked better. Fucking better not be work. Nope. Let's see. just think about tags, because we had to put out new tags. Oh yeah, which reminds me of something absolutely bullshit with retail companies. So, wait. Okay, I think I'm just going to mute this for... I'm on there. Sorry, just the bullshit. A phone wouldn't let me mute it when it's not logged in. But yeah, as I was saying, some bullshit thing that some companies have is tags. Well, obviously the not bullshit part is having tags mark what the price of an item is right on the shelf. That's good. That's handy. People could use that. The bullshit thing is having to change it every couple months, even if the price itself does not change. It's like, I'm sorry, what? Why? Why would you do this? That shit. Accidentally changed layer. There we go. It's like, why would you bother then? Well, just so the upper management can tell that we have been updating them. So it's busy work. It's busy work because obviously it'd be updated. They don't need to have the changing date of when it's been live unless anything actually changes. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Now we just do some opacity. Bring up blur a little bit more. And not perfectly seamless, it looks better. It's not the harsh change between the two. But yeah, it's companies are really stupid over the dumbest things. We're gonna make you waste sticker paper, special ones, so you don't have to cut out each one. It's already the right shape, just to prove that you're not just sitting on your ass and doing nothing. Which, if that's what they're worried about, you'd think there'd be better ways to do it. Better ways to check on us actually doing our jobs. But alas. Nope, not that chin. That's neck. Where is... Wait, where is that? That's not where... Oh, there's the layer. Okay. For this one, I think we just need to change where the gradient's coming from. Oh, wait, there's a mask on it. Gotcha. Let's see, where is it? Release mask. Just add a mask to that layer name. Make it visible. Okay. There we go. Now to reshape it. So it does need to be some there. So I think instead of... Now we'll leave that opacity. We'll change the neck. By change the neck, I mean we're going to duplicate this layer, then combine it with the neck one, which if I recall, the bottom one retains the color sensibilities. Perfect. So we don't need the mask. We can... Let's see, how was it shaped again? Like that. Oh, wrong layer. I has affected the wrong layer. It's like, that makes sense why I wasn't actually doing what I wanted. Oh. Okay, we're gonna have to change how that's done. We do want the shading there. Okay. So now let's try this once more. Set mask. better. Much better. Now this layer we're going to have a bit more blur so it blends more seamlessly into the neck. And I think I'll do an additional layer just so there's a bit more darkness here. Shadow. Move on down. First thing is we do not need stroke on that one. And we're just going to turn it into a simple gradient. Radial gradient. Go down like that. Why wouldn't you let me turn it? Oh, fuck it. It just randomly changed the layer on me again. For no reason. What if we do it? Oh well, at least it's working now. Okay, we do out to there. Okay, not so much. Okay. Then this layer we turn into, where's overlay? I think maybe a bit too much opacity. There we go. Now bring opacity in. Expand that out because we have to make that area look sunburnt. There. That time I noticed it changed the layer on me before it did. Okay. There you go. It looks better. Still by no means perfect. But that is just a little past the hour. So I think we'll leave it there. Go ahead and save it. Let's see, we don't need that notepad. But yeah, we have fixed a lot. I still need to do some stuff with the cheeks. I think maybe bring it... Oh, you guys can't actually see the cursor. Maybe bring it out a bit more, give it more of weight to it. But that'll be simple, along with getting the hood fixed up so it only shows part of this part of the neck. But this head is fixed. You no longer has a massive brow line here sticking out. And we got the nose somewhere a lot better. Still need to work with the actual opacity to get the color right, but we got the actual shape of it. And I'm happy with it. So, alright, because I do split up the art and the Minecraft separate for the VOD. Thank you for joining me for this. If you're just here for the art stuff, many thanks. Hope you're looking forward to the next one, or when I get this guy finished. Meanwhile, it's time for Minecraft.